Paul, your thoughts on this big deal? The big cat sounded some big money.
Well, you know, in training camp, there was a thought that he was going to get that deal done a lot sooner. So I'm very happy that they got this deal done. Leonard Williams makes everybody along the defensive line that much better. He is really the heart and soul of what goes on up front. When you have DeMarcus Lawrence up there, newcomer Dante Fowler Jr., and, of course, Byron Murphy in there, that's just a strong group in the trenches. So it's well-deserved. As we've talked about several times on this show, Leonard Williams was selected by NFL executives to be the top defensive tackle going into this season. So we know where his value was. The Seahawks knew where it was, and they matched it and made a very happy man out of Leonard Williams today. So I think it's a great move.
I think it's a great move, too. It's obviously, we know his stats, we know what he does, but it's also what he does for the rest of the team that really impresses me. Last season, he was double-teamed on nearly 67% of his rushes, meaning he's taking away one of their linemen, and his teammates have a chance to make a play on their own. So he and Mike McDonald talked about his playmaking ability and how meaningful he is to this team.
Well, you think about the way these guys talk and the way they communicate up front. The fact that he takes on double teams, Byron Murphy takes on double teams. Byron Murphy feels, and has said this in the past, disrespected when teams don't double team him. So it makes everybody along that line better, because between Leonard Williams and Byron Murphy, they're taking up a lot of attention from the offensive line of the opposing team. So it frees up other guys to get in there and do some damage. We saw how that worked out last year with DeMarcus Lawrence getting free several times, forcing fumbles, returning one for a touchdown. So, again, the defensive line is in good hands, led by Leonard Williams.
No question about that. Leonard Williams speaking with the media earlier today. Here he is right now, Leonard Williams, and head coach Mike McDonald.
Some of the best in the world. His production is high, but it's also a synergistic thing where I feel like the way he plays sets up other players as well, both in the run and pass, and let alone like how he interacts, just how he builds up the whole team on a day-to-day basis too. So
yeah, I mean, the respect and recognition means a lot. I've been playing this in this league for a long time, and I've always trusted myself as a good teammate and as a great player in this league, and it's good to finally get that recognition.
That's his son Zion, or Little Cat, at the podium with him today. Much of the press conference was just Zion grabbing the mic and trying to eat it. So the whole Williams family hungry. He's hungry for an even bigger season as well.
That's a cute little kid right there. All right, the Seahawks have definitely spent some money this year. So far, the Hawks have signed extensions with Jackson Smith-Njigba, 4 years, $168.6 million. Devin Witherspoon, 4 years, $132 million. Leonard Williams, 3 years, $90 million. Derek Hall, 3 years, $42 million. Rashid Shaheed, 3 years, $51 million. Ariel, Paul, that is almost $500 million for 5 guys. Paul, they are keeping the core, but that's a lot of money. Are you happy with all these moves and the money they're spending?
Yeah, it really is the price of success, as you guys know. And Charles Cross has over a $100 million deal as well, and they had to invest in their big left tackle. So, and then you sit here, I love the fact that they're spending money, but it's not a bottomless pit. It's not a bottomless well of cash. So someone down the line is going to have to be sacrificed. Byron Murphy's going to be up next year. He is going to get huge money, especially because he had a coming out year last year. But the year coming up, if he matches what he did last season, boy, oh boy, he's going to be in big money territory. And of course, Sam Darnold, he's going into his second year of a 3-year deal. They're going to have to take care of him if he continues to play well. So those are 2 guys sitting over there next to the bank teller waiting for their name to be called. So again, that's all on the horizon for this team, but they're going to have to cut back somewhere. We just don't know where, but those guys are due for contracts.
The good part, though, is that that's all a lot of really young guys being locked up for a while, other than, Leonard Williams, but obviously his play last year, dictated this. Moving on, though, Jalen Milroe will start tomorrow night. He's expected to take all of the snaps. Paul, besides Jalen, who else are you excited to watch tomorrow in the 3rd preseason game?
I think this one's pretty easy for me. I mean, Julian Neal, of course, is going to be one person to watch because he's finally healthy and he's going to play. But Trevon Diggs, newly signed. He only played, 2 games, maybe a couple of snaps for the Packers at the end of last season. He hasn't been in his pads and any kind of football shape until last January. So, it's just a guy that I'm really looking forward to seeing, Trevon Diggs. So, he is going to play. Mike McDonald said this is a great opportunity for him to play as well and show what he can do. So we're going to find out a little bit more about that when he plays against this Kansas City Chiefs team here at Arrowhead Stadium. So Trevon Diggs, I have circled. He's definitely one of my guys to watch.
Okay, and you're not the only one, Paul. KGR Sports Radio's Greg Bell, also from the Tacoma News Tribune. We asked him on this show yesterday about Diggs. Would he be ready? That's the question I wanted to ask him. Would he be ready for the season opener against the Patriots? Here's Greg Bell with an answer to that.
When I asked Diggs if he thinks he could play in Kansas City this week, he said maybe. They'd like to get him a snap or 2 or 3 or series on the field, but I'm not sure. He hasn't been in pads since January. His first practice was the joint practice in Nashville that I was at on Friday, and he only did individual drills then. He didn't do any team scrimmaging. So it might be a tough ask to be ready in 14 days from now. So They may go with Pritchett. They may go with Noah Igbenogany, the veteran that Dan Quinn turned into a starting nickel for Washington.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch that, Paul, and I agree with you as well. Julian Neal had his first full practice in pads yesterday. He'd been out for a lot of training camps, so that's good news there to get him. And then, Aaron, we mentioned the veterans. A lot of them won't be playing, including Jaron Reed. Yeah,
in fact, none of the starters, or basically everyone that's been sitting out for the past 2 games, will also sit out again this one, Mike McDonald confirmed. But a lot of talk about those young players needing to step up. Jaron Reed talked about how they have some of the oldest guys on the defense and how they're holding it down. Here's Jaron.
We all still look really young, though. You know what I'm saying? So, we're not like the old guys from back in the day. They look old, I'm trying to just pass for, 25 to 28,
I think he's doing a great job passing for 25, 28. People look at me and they think that I'm about, 12, 13. I think that's what Softy pegged me as 12. So I think I'm doing a great job as a 35-year-old also in that group.
Well, I love the T-shirt. We're not talking about the T-shirt. You and Paul love your T-shirts, your Rock T-shirt Fridays, as you call them.
Don't put it in quotes. Don't you diminish.
I air quoted your T-shirts, Paul. Manager of violence, I believe, was what Jaron Reed's shirt said. That's a strong T-shirt right there.
Yeah, man. Listen, if you notice, a lot of those guys go to the podium, they've always got some kind of customized T-shirt, Chris. So I wouldn't put it in quotes, customized T-shirts, but they're fun to see.
Yeah, I did not take lightly the air quotes around our little T-shirts that me and Paul wear.
Maybe.
Honestly, let's also talk about that's a great T-shirt he's got on right now. Look at him looking so good out there.
He is always styling. The big question, Ariel, is will we be seeing barbecue sauce on that iron T-shirt of Paul's later on today?
Only if it's Biff's, baby.
Paul, we know you need to get ready for tomorrow's big broadcast, so we appreciate your time. But later on in the show, your good buddy Joe Knapp looking at his top 5 barbecue food items. So before we let you go, what's your favorite barbecue dish?
Man, I think it's a tie between baby back ribs and pulled pork. I like both of those, but to dive into a slab of baby backs with a ton of sauce on it, that's hard to beat.
All right, so us around here, we know that King 5 sports photographer Tate Miller is the most food-motivated man in the world. He will stop for food before he stops to get a shot of something. What is
Get out here.
What is Tate's favorite?
Jump in here.
Let's see, Tate. He's probably got barbecue.
Tate,
I would say.
Yeah, can you hear me?
There he is.
The cop-out, the cop-out is whatever food items you put in front of me, but I love the baby back ribs. I love some brisket. Basically, my dream
He's crying.
barbecue
He's so
meal
excited to talk about this.
It's my dream barbecue meal is to have somebody with me that will agree to get the family platter so we get everything. Like Chris, like you and I had in Charlotte.
Well, I don't think you need anyone with you to get the family platter. I've seen you take down that much food before.
And with that in mind, here is Paul Sylvie with the family platters. We can take a shot at this. I don't think Paul's going to be able to see it. There, we'll make sure Paul gets a video clip of that. That's Paul later on tonight enjoying those baby back ribs. There you go. Paul Sylvie, live from Kansas City. We'll see you on the broadcast tomorrow on King 5 TV. Paul will be all over it. Pre-game show, halftime show, post-game show. Thanks, buddy. Have fun in KC.
All right, man. Thank you. Looking forward to it.